Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be the empty promises of the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So the empty promises of the narcissist. Now let's just be real about this. These can come from virtually any kind of narcissist. Again, it could be your neighbor, family, friend, coworker, can be anybody, your significant other. Excuse me, brother, sister, anybody. What these are, the empty promises of the narcissist, what they mean is just what it says. It means that throughout your relationship with the narcissist, you're going to find many, many empty promises. And these will range from small little things to quite big things, including future faking, which we can address a little bit later on. The point being that the empty promises of the narcissist, think about this. Let's say that you're a neighbor. And your neighbor is a narcissist. Of course, you don't know it, and they're always telling you, hey, if you just give me a ride here and here, I'm going to make it up to you. I'll give you the gas money, or if you just help me, trim the bushes, or help me put the Christmas lights up, I'll be over your house first thing next week, and we'll rake the yard, or whatever it is, things like that, handyman things, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like helping them watch their dog for a weekend. That's a great one. And you keep your eyes on their dog, and then when it's the favor to be reciprocated, they're nowhere to be found. You see, those are empty promises. Those are things that a person, most likely the narcissist, is saying to get anything they can out of you in the present moment with no intention to pay you back at a later date. That's how the narcissist lives. It's do anything you possibly can for me right now, and later on I will be sure to not pay you back. And by the way, I'm going to disappear and act like nothing ever happened. Pardon me, that's what the narcissist does. So that's one example. Another could be, let's say that you're a coworker, and you and the coworker, you always go out to lunch, and it's their turn to pay. And you're like, hey, it's your turn to pay. And they're like, no, I paid last time. What are you talking about? And you're like, no, I've got it right here. It says that I paid, remember? And they're like, no, I paid. Don't you remember that? And they're gaslighting you, and you're like, what is this? Like, just pay your share. I mean, it's your turn to take me out. That's the way it goes. Empty promises again. Things like that. Now, these may seem small, but they happen. And each and every day, they happen more than you know. Let's take the romantic relationship for a moment. Watch this one. You're past the love bomb. Let's say you're already being devalued. But anyway, you're still in a narcissistic relationship. And of course, you're fighting harder than ever to maintain the relationship, of course, to no avail, because the narcissist flat out is grooming supply behind your back, and they don't care about you. It's the way it goes. I know it's tough love, but it's real, you guys. The point is here, maybe you get that one conversation with the narcissist, and you say, hey, I really need some attention here. I really need to sit down and talk to you about this. I'd really like to plan what's going on for this vacation, or the holidays, or whatever you want to do. Or maybe it's more serious, and you really need some alone time with the narcissist, and you're trying to tell them, hey, I just want an hour. I don't want the whole week, but I just want 1 hour. This is how much you've been beaten down, by the way. And by the way, this actually happened to me. That's why I'm sharing it with you. So you're beaten down. All you're doing is asking for an hour, pardon me, of their time, so you can discuss the situation and the relationship and how you feel it's one-sided. And of course, you're going to use your tact, your resources, your skill, your charm, all your beautiful, empathetic ways to let the narcissist know politely that you're not happy and you want them to give you more. The narcissist, with a yawn, oh my God, and an eye roll, they say, okay, let's go. When do you want to talk? And you say, hey, great, how about after work tomorrow? Let's do it. Great, it happens. You finally meet the narcissist. Of course, they come home. They come home or whatever, and you meet them and you sit down and talk. Now keep in mind, the narcissist most likely is on one of their cell phones, or they're not paying attention, they're yawning, they're distracted, maybe they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, but they're definitely not paying attention as much as they should, and you sense this. At the same time, you know that the narcissist, you have a little bit of time here and you're trying to make your point. And then you break through and you tell them, hey, I need more time, I need more attention, I need some love, I need some respect here. What's going on? Again, these are all real life examples, guys, that I went through for 6 years. And the narcissist will be like, you know what? I think we can do something. They're going to give you hollow promises, empty promises. They're not going to come out and say, you know what? You're right. I recognize that I have been avoiding you. I recognize that I haven't been around that much, and I recognize I haven't contributed to the relationship while you're doing everything for the house and the family and the kids. They won't say that, but what they will say in some kind of roundabout way is, yeah, you know what, we can do that. That sounds good. And then they're going to change the topic quickly. But you're going to feel good in the moment. You're going to feel like, hey, I got my point across. This is great. I'm expecting a change. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow or the next day, and it's going to get good, right? Never happens, does it? No, because that's another empty promise that the narcissist gave you. And this list goes on and on. It could go from when you got married, just like me. That was a massive empty promise. What it was just a show for the narcissist to parade down the aisle and get all the accolades and to get supplied virtually for about 1.5 years. And that's true, that's what happened. There were no wedding vows. There was nothing like, wow, I'm so grateful to be married to this person, any of that. I'm talking on the narcissist side. It's all about supply and empty promises. That's a real life thing. And for those of you that are married or were married or are thinking about married, think about what I just told you and please drop a comment below because it's completely true. You understand when you did get married, first of all, that you did not, the person you married was not the person that they turned out to be. We know that. It's for a different video. The point is the narcissist has many empty promises. How about little things like this? Hey, can you take me to the doctor's office today at 5? I need a ride. And the narcissist, that's what you may say. And the narcissist is like, let me see what I can do here. Let me juggle a couple things around, which is, of course, what they always do. And then, yep, I'll be there at 5 o'clock. You got it. It's 5:30. You're still waiting. The appointment's just about done because you're 30 minutes late and you haven't even left the house yet because you're waiting for the narcissist. And then they show up finally at 5:40 and you're like, hey, what happened? And they're like, oh, I forgot about that. We had an appointment or something. What was that? I don't remember. While they're talking on the phone. See, they don't care. And when they promised you they would take you to the doctor, that's an empty promise. They had no intention of delivering, certainly not delivering on time. These are real life examples. It goes with everything, with money. Hey, this trip, we're going to take this trip this Christmas. We're going to go to, let's say, I don't know, some country. I don't want to name a country, but you're going to go to some country. And they're like, hey, I'm kind of low on money. I've got some things going on. Can you help out this time? And you're like, sure, of course I will. And guess what? After the trip is over and you've paid for most of it, and you're like, hey, can I get some payback here? I'm a little bit low on money. And they're like, no, I'm still so tapped. I really don't have the money. Or I didn't promise you that. I don't know what you're talking about. I never said I was going to do that. Things like that. These things happen too. The empty promises and the narcissist go hand in hand. It goes with each and every relationship they have. Any relationship. You see, they'll promise the world. They will promise that they will deliver on things, and they don't frequently because the narcissist cares about one thing, which is themselves. They don't care about other people. They look at other people as tools, as appliances, as things to be used and discarded. Rinse, wash, repeat. That's what they do. The empty promises and the narcissist even go down to the kids. And I hate to say this, but it's real. The kids of the narcissist, they don't have an upbringing that you or I may have had. What they have is a long memory of the narcissist not being present, the narcissist putting the narcissist needs before the kids, the narcissist being two different people, one behind closed doors and one outside to the general public, the narcissist having rage fits, and the narcissist only doing what the narcissist wants to do. Everything the narcissist does is for the narcissist. And every empty promise the narcissist makes, if it doesn't benefit the narcissist, I know it sounds confusing and tricky, but promises the narcissists make, if it doesn't benefit them, they won't do it, which are empty promises, and this happens most of the time. So if you're in a new relationship right now and you're thinking to yourself, wow, do I trust this person? Are they good? Are they keeping their word? Remember a few things. One, actions speak louder than words. Because I can sit here and talk to you on this video and tell you anything you want to hear or anything I want to tell you, but actions are what get things done. Actions get results. Making positive changes and doing what you say you're going to do, being committed. So when you took the wedding vows, are you committed? Well, in front of the whole church and the priest and everybody else you were. When the mask slipped off the very next day after the guests had left. No. Do you get my point? Empty promises. And if you really think about your narcissistic relationship, like I say, neighbor, family, friend, coworker, anybody, you have so many empty promises along the way. And you gave them so many chances. Now, of course, you gave some people more than others, but in a romantic relationship, let's be real. You gave so many, it's ridiculous how many you gave them. but you did, and I did too, until you understood that you were with a narcissist. So keep this in mind. If you're at the water cooler, you're raking leaves, you're on a first date, and you hear somebody make some promises that you're just thinking, wow, like, would I say that? Or is that a little above and beyond the call of duty? Red flag. Another thing is, if someone does promise you something, you know, like let's say a neighbor, you know, hey, let's go grab lunch next Tuesday or whatever. Tuesday comes around and they're nowhere to be found. Now, they don't owe you anything, but they did say, hey, let's grab lunch at Tuesday, and you kind of made plans, and they just kind of ghost you or they're not around. It's an empty promise. You know, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, or whatever that expression goes. In this day and age, you have to protect yourself. You have to maintain your boundaries and understand there is no room for empty promises in this day and age. However, with the advent of social media and so many people just wanting to do everything at once rapidly, and actually with most people being self-absorbed, including every narcissist on this planet, empty promises are more prevalent than ever. They really are. Because in the old days, what you could do is you pick up the phone and you just call someone, hey, you want to have lunch at 2 on Tuesday? And they'd be like, yes or no, most likely. And you would make it a point to do it. Now, with the smartphone and everything, at the touch of a button, if the narcissist gets a better offer, believe me, you're going to be ghosted, and they're going to take that better offer. It's what they do. That's another reason empty promises happen, because they'll put you on hold, and actually most times they have no intention of keeping their promises. So guys, I know this video, it resonates with most of you and many of you. It doesn't have to just be with a narcissist. It's with human beings in general. If you keep getting empty promises and the person's not fulfilling them, it may be time to cut ties with them, to move on, gray rock, whatever you need to do, but there's no time on this planet for any time being wasted. As I mentioned frequently, time is the most precious commodity that you have on this planet, that anybody has on this planet. Whatever age you are as you're watching this video, by the way, thank you for being here. Whatever age you are, most likely you've lived a lot longer than most people ever have on the planet. And I do mean that, because life expectancy is getting longer and longer, and we all know that. Having said all that, guys, if you're going to make a promise, you should keep it. You already know that because you're an empath, most likely, and you're on the channel. The narcissist has empty promises. The narcissist is hollow. The narcissist is an empty shell. The narcissist is not a good person. We know that now. So the next time you run across somebody and maybe they don't keep their word, or maybe something doesn't quite feel right, or let's just say flat out you gave them a bunch of chances, it's time to move forward. Cut that tie, move on. And if they ask you out again, hey, you know, like the neighbor for lunch, or your second date, whatever it is, or the business associate, hey, you know, let's grab lunch tomorrow at 2. The same example with all 3 people. And you've been let down before, or they've ghosted you or whatever. No, just don't accept the offer next time. Sorry, I'm busy. Something came up. I just can't quite make it. They'll get the hint. You're safe, you're protected, you're living your life, and you're moving forward. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I love doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Namaste. Please remember, empty promises are a signature of the narcissist. Don't let them fool us any longer. Not only the narcissist, but all the people on the planet. Protect yourself. Your time is of the essence. Use it wisely. I love you all. God bless you. Namaste.